Algebraic expansion. We want to expand and simplify the following. So we know how to expand brackets. So we're going to start by doing a to the half multiplied by a to the 3 over 2. And that means that we're going to add the indices there. So a half add 3 over 2 is 4 over 2, which is 2. So that one gives me a squared. Now there's a minus in the middle here. We have a to the half multiplied by a to the half. A half plus a half is 1, and of course we don't normally write the 1. Then we're going to do this. A half add negative a half is 0. So that's a to the 0, and a to the 0 is of course just 1. And that one was a plus. And then we have a to the half multiplied by a to the negative 3 over 2. This one's got a minus in the middle here. So a half take away 3 over 2 is negative 1. And so we should probably write that as a squared minus a plus 1 take away 1 over a. Now we have 3 to the x minus 5 multiplied by 3 to the x plus 5. You could well recognize this as a difference of 2 squares, but I won't do it that way, just to show the full expansion. So 3 to the x multiplied by 3 to the x. Remember what we do to the indices. We add them, and x plus x is 2x. 3 to the x multiplied by 5, they're both positive, so that's going to be 5 3 to the x. This little dot indicates a multiplication. I could also do this. Take away 5 multiplied by 3 to the x. And then finally, negative 5 times positive 5 gives me plus 25. No, it gives me minus 25. Now, those middle terms cancel. Remember, I said it was a difference of 2 squares. So we have 3 to the 2x take away 25. Finally, we have 3 to the x take away 3 to the negative x squared. And remember, to square something means to multiply it by itself. So what we need to do is expand out, usual sort of crab claw technique. 3 to the x multiplied by 3 to the x, we've already discussed that one, 3 to the 2x. Then 3 to the x multiplied by 3 to the negative x. Well, x add negative x is 0, so it's 3 to the 0, which is just 1. And note, this one's positive, this one's negative, so that's going to be take away 1. And by the same token, this is exactly the same multiplication. That will also be negative 1. And then a minus times a minus gives us a plus. And we're doing 3 to the negative x multiplied by 3 to the negative x, which is 3 to the negative 2x when we multiply those. So we could write that as 3 to the 2x take away 2 plus 3 to the negative 2x. Or we might write that as 3 to the 2x take away 2 plus 1 over 3 to the 2x.